Good morning, and I must give a mea culpa right off the bat. I got so busy yesterday I forgot to do the devotional. No excuses, just got busy in the morning bringing lumber up for the youth room and getting it ready to start, and just forgot. So my apologies, but today I'm on. Have you ever thought about how we worship? R.E. Clark wrote something that I really liked on October the 8th last for the devotional. It's entitled Hand Over the Remote. You know, we have 3,913 channels on our television. Not really. We do have several hundred, and we watch about a half a dozen. The choices are endless, and it seems, and yet for the most part, totally unfulfilling. I think that we have bought the cable satellite mentality into our worship. We are constantly seeking some new and exciting way to be involved in worship. Therein lies the problem. We have made the content of worship equal to the activities of worship. Worship becomes relegated to a certain hour with particular actors and a well-scripted program. If we sit through the one episode of worship and all of our buttons are not pushed just so, then we just change the channel, i.e., find another church, fellowship, or group. Worship becomes a man-centered instead of God-centered, as it should be. Read slowly through these words from Psalms. Psalms 95, 1 through 7. O come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us shout joyfully to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving. Let us shout joyfully to him with psalms. For the Lord is great, and the great King above all gods. In his hands are the deep places of the earth. The heights of the hills are his also. The sea is his, for he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, for he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will hear his voice. In these verses, you can clearly see that worship is not promoted by our input or choice. It proceeds from the very revelation of God's presence and the firm evidence of his hand in and on all things. Worship leads the psalmist to confess that we are the sheep and he is the great shepherd of our souls. William Temple once said, "Worship is the nourishment of the mind upon God's truth. Worship is the quickening of the conscience by God's holiness. Worship is the cleansing of the imagination by God's beauty. Worship is the response of my life to God's plan for my life." Worship can and should take place everywhere in all times. Let's lay down the remote control. Take time to experience the reality of true worship. Have we been worshiping truly? That's some good thoughts, isn't it? Think about that as we prepare to come Sunday. God bless you. Have a good day.